The local bourse looks set to open to mixed Asian markets today, with the tech stocks under pressure. The rand near a one-year low as the market digests news of a second term for U.S. Federal Reserve Chairperson Jerome Powell. For a look now at how the markets opened this morning, we're joined by Chantal Marx. She is Head of Equity Research and at FNB Wealth and Investments. Chantal, a very good morning to you and thank you for your time. The rand flat at 15 rand 86 cents against the US dollar, hovering near a one-year low and losing almost 1% on Monday. How is the rand trading this morning?
The rand actually looks steady, more or less, this morning. And I think that's probably a reasonably good outcome considering the tear that the US dollar has been on. So the rand weakness really not being driven by anything other than a very, very strong US dollar. I saw this morning that the cross between the US dollar and the euro are also kind of reiterating that, because the euro really has weakened a lot against the dollar as well. And this in turn is because of expectations that the Federal Reserve is going to hike rates next year, and they are going to do so quite aggressively, or at least more aggressively than what was initially thought.
Let's immediately get into company news then. Old Mutual publishing its voluntary operating date, or should I say update, for the period which ended 30 September 2021. What do their numbers tell us about the performance of the insurance group?
So these numbers have to be seen in context, because it's over the same period, or it reflects the same period that included part of the hard lockdown last year. And during that time, Old Mutual actually struggled the most of all the insurers, because they have an on-the-ground sales force. So we naturally have seen a very, very strong recovery in this current period. And we've seen, sales growth figures are very, very high. The value of new business that they've been writing is up over 100%. And I think what the market will really like about this is the fact that we are actually seeing an improvement in margins. And what this means is that they're actually writing higher quality business. And this is something that we've been looking for out of everyone except for Sanlam, really, over the last few years. In contrast, Momentum also released an operational update showing that margins improved but are still very low. And that's probably why you're seeing a divergence in those share prices' performance.
Very interesting indeed. Coronation Fund Managers also releasing the results, and this may be music to some people's ears, cash dividend declaration. Talk us through the group's service offering and how they fared.
Yeah, so Coronation Fund Managers basically specializes in unit trust funds. So when you are looking at making savings and investments, Coronation would be one of those companies that naturally shows up. The experts at Coronation will be investing on behalf of you, and you will be investing in a Coronation unit trust fund, so you will benefit from their expertise. They have a very strong track record, and they're listed on the JSE, so you could actually buy Coronation shares as well. A very good full year results till the end of September. Headline earnings per share up 22.4%, and a big fat dividend to match, a 96% dividend payout ratio, which means that they paid out almost all their earnings to shareholders.
Let's conclude our conversation with Take a Lot. It grew its revenue by 36%. This is year on year, nearing the break even. Now, here's the context for my question. With Black Friday fast approaching, is the group in a position to elevate their profits, but also the consumers? Are they still watching their spending habits, you think?
It does seem as if South Africans are really bad at watching their spending habits, really. And I think that a lot of people will want to take advantage of Black Friday specials. What I do think we'll see this year relative to previous years is less conspicuous expenditure and more focus on really getting good deals and good value for money. I think that the guys at Take a Lot are aware that there's a lot of question marks around how special their specials really are. So I think it will depend on them in terms of what the outcome will be for them this Black Friday or this Black November or this Black Friday week, whatever it is that they are going with this year.
Chantal Marx, thank you very much for that markets update. Chantal Marx is Head of Equity Research at FNB Wealth and Investments. Thanks indeed for your time.